1.
I am single on a Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Anyway, we're just single. My name is Shelly Williams. I am single, never been married. And who cares about the status right now? Let's keep going.
I am Alicia. I'm single. I'm celibate. I'm saved. And I'm sexy.
Hey,
I'm better known as Mr. Goodnight. I am single, but I may have a candidate.
Oh!
Well, I could be lying.
I am Christopher, aka the Gentleman, and I am married with children.
Okay.
I'm single, no children. I'm an actress, and I wouldn't mind having someone to study my lines with.
Well, I'm Danielle, and I am single. And we all know that's because I haven't been able to find the one that can handle it.
Yeah, handling all this. Tommy handling all of this. Like,
I know. We thought we was going well. We couldn't handle it.
it's gonna handle it.
We couldn't climb the mountain.
It happens, you know. I'm definitely in a relationship, but man, I didn't really know how hard a relationship was. Yeah, when you really put it down, they're hard, difficult. Why?
The things you do to me, things you do, it drives me crazy. It feels like a movie. Can this be love? Say if you feel with me, you sexy lady. The way you feel is new to me. Can this be love? Yeah. Oh. Can this be love? Yeah.
Why would anybody do it? I don't know. So that's why our topic is life after divorce and long-term relationships. Now on our panel, a few of us only know about long-term relationships. I have never even had a long-term relationship. The longest relationship I had was 4 years, and that was off on 1 year, off 1 year, on 1 year. I have never been able to maintain or keep anybody longer than a year because I have no patience.
Well, you know, I find that very interesting too because you've been engaged several times.
He didn't last.
But most people, to get to the point where they say that they're, ready to be engaged, they've already been in that long-term relationship. They've already, to get to the part where you say, I'm willing to say that, to agree to marry you, the actual betrothal period, that's the contract. That's the marriage contract right there. When somebody asks you to marry and you say you will, for me, you forged that. The wedding is just a technicality of a piece of paper. So you made the commitment then. So that's just really, really interesting.
Well, technically, when I made the commitment, when somebody asks you, you say, will you marry? If you say no, I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. So in my head, I was thinking, I'm saying no. In my head was no, but I said yes. And I didn't wear the ring. I was just like, God, help me get out of this. Why did I say yes? And I really didn't mean to say yes. I just didn't want to hurt his feelings.
Did you wear it out?
You on one knee, I was just like, yes. Everybody's looking, and it's like, it's like, what are you doing? It's like.
So why not just be honest and be like, no, I can't right now. I'm not ready. Why not just be honest? If you want guys to be honest all the time, why not just be honest and be like, I don't think so.
I should have. I'm not saying I'm perfect. We all imperfect. In a perfect world, I would have said no and been honest. But my world was just like, God, he's here. We actually lived in the same house. I already did the whole house thing. We're already here, and I was just like,
Don't hurt a man's ego like nothing else.
I just want to figure that when it hurt. Anyway, at the end of the day, he ended up leaving me anyway. So there you go.
I would say this, the long-term relationships I've had, they ended because they wanted to get married. Because then, when they got to the part where we started discussing marriage, I really recognized, you can't handle all this for the duration. So that's why I say, I never said I do, because I don't. Because I don't. So really, when they got to that point that they started talking about marriage, it was like, you ain't the one, like for real, because I really don't see you like wiping my butt when I'm 70. I really know that you don't have it in you to handle it. I'm sorry, I don't care. 25, I'm worried about what's going to happen at 70. Because you know what? I'm in the hospital and you think I'm like being a drama queen. I don't care if I'm in here for ingrown hair. I'm in the hospital.
Well, I'm going to go TMI. The one I was engaged to, I actually had to. I had to put him to the test. I couldn't walk. I fell down the steps, had to get surgery. And he looked at me, had to wipe my
butt, but he ain't the one that's gonna provide for you financially.
See,
Maybe
that's-
he's, there's a whole, it's a whole bunch of things to
I hear
it.
what you say about duration. It's like, if you're 35 or 40 and the life expectancy is 82, it's like, what am I going to do for the next 42 years with this person? This same cookie, as people say. Can you really deal with that? And I think that's what worries me about getting married. Like, can I do the duration? Or will you do just enough to get me, and then now you're going to get relaxed? I don't have a favorite spot on no couch. I don't have a favorite mug in the closet and all that kind of nonsense. I want to know that fire is still going to go, and then you get a little worried about the future. Duration.
So you want somebody that's 51st date. So you want somebody, you ever see that movie 51st date? You want somebody to redate and then it starts all over. That's what it seems like. What's your longest relationship? What's the longest you've been in a relationship?
8 years.
Oh, you did that?
And I do not want a person to stop doing the things to get me. Because you relax now. Oh, I got him, he's not going nowhere. That's a lie.
Well, you know, it's funny because the marriage I'm in now, this is the longest I've ever been in a relationship. Even my first marriage, this is the long, and even my wife, this is the longest we've ever been in a relationship. Yeah.
So how long is that now?
We've been married we've been together since 06. We got married in 07. She's never been
7 years.
7
So you can do it.
6 years. Well, we've been together 7 years. We've been married for 6 years. And I understand what you're talking about. You know, sometimes you gotta. It's like, you know how you work, and every year you gotta evaluate with your boss. That's what you have to do in a marriage. You have to sit down. Okay, well, this past year, what was the issue? Okay, well, you wasn't doing this enough. Okay, well, you wasn't doing this enough. And you both have to be mature enough not to catch an attitude. Well, forget you. I ain't never got to do it again. Because, you know, people do that. You know, but I always used to tell females, if you don't see yourself marrying this person, or even guys, if you don't see yourself marrying this person and you know that's your goal, why are you with them? Because the only thing you're doing is you're blocking for the right one to come up. So if you're in a relationship and you don't see yourself marrying this person and you know you want to get married, be by yourself until that right person comes along.
You are actually one of divorced, and Carol, you are divorced, right?
Yes.
So we're talking about life after divorce, and I think that, you know, your struggle after divorce is up one day, down another. You want to boo, you don't want to boo. Who wants to move on? Tell us about your journey after life after divorce.
Hi, Roberto Lopez, and we're here at 7165, and we have some unique handcrafted pieces done by Vicky, and we would like Vicky to go in and tell us something about some of her designs and the name of her business.
It's Making It, Designs by Vicky. I make everything that's on this table, including the displays, and I sell them as well in a smaller version as jewelry holders, which are not here. Everything on this table is handmade by myself, and everything is one of a kind. No matter what size woman you are, it's custom fitted. I don't care if you're a size extra small or triple X. I custom fit you because not one woman is the same size. So you can check out my website. You go to HTTPS, Facebook.com/Making It Designs by Vicky, and you can buy right off my site. I take Visa, MasterCard, and I'll be happy to accommodate, and I do home parties as well.
So there you have it, Designs by Vicky, and you can get some of these handcrafted pieces for some of the holiday gifts, gift items for your loved ones. Thank you for joining us, and see you soon. Hey, this is Roberto at the station Cheat With Me, and we have Melina with some of the most delectable desserts that you could want to ruin your diet with. And I'll let her tell you some of the things that she has here on display and how good they are.
Well, today I have cookies and I have bite-sized cakes and peach cobbler and banana pudding. And everything is pretty much addictive.
Very addictive. I've had the peach cobbler, the best. And you would do yourself such a favor to come and try some of these delectable desserts. And they're available. She has a website. It's cheatwithme.com. And
On Facebook. You can find me on Facebook under Cheat With Me. That's 2 E's on me. Or you can reach me by calling.
I mean, life after divorce, it's been difficult, it's been confusing. I've had a lot of insecurities from my marriage that I still carry for a really long time after. And I didn't realize, because for such a long time, I just didn't want to date. I didn't want to be bothered. And I felt like 'cause I was strong and I was over it, I didn't need a man, I was good. Now I look back at that, about a year I guess, and I see myself and I'm like, I was terrified. I was so scared to get hurt, so scared to have anyone close to me, that me pushing everybody away, me being good, me not being worried about nobody, really was what my ex-husband left me with. Because I was scared, I was terrified, I wasn't open.
How long were you married, girl?
We were married 3 years, together 6.
You were married 3 years, together 6. How old were you got married?
Just 21. Like.
And your parents let you do that?
What was that?
Your parents let you do that?
Okay.
No, I don't care if I'm 40. My mama would have something to say about it. Seriously. I'm just saying, it's like, you know, and I just say that because you were so young. Like, my friends and family at 21 years old would say, you're not old enough to know who you are. How you know who you're going to be with somebody else? So I just wondered, because I didn't know.
I didn't have family, no, there wasn't that voice there. I have no family in this country. And I agree with what you said. I didn't know who I was. And the biggest struggle after divorce, for life after divorce, was my whole me, my personality, my life was him, was me with him. It was I was 21, I was a baby. And then all of a sudden, you're 24, you're 23, and I'm like, wait, but who am I apart from him? And when that started happening in my mind, like, who am I, just me? That was the biggest struggle, finding out and letting myself make mistakes.
So now how long have you been separated and or divorced from him?
A year and a half.
Is it separated or divorced?
Separated.
Okay, are you divorced legally?
Yeah, pretty much.
She's still waiting on the papers.
Well, everything's filed, but you know, you have to like wait.
Okay.
For
Okay. I'm just trying to wrap my head around your perspective right now. I was just saying that, you know, because what I'm hearing is not only is it the life after divorce, it's really, this is the first time Carol's been Carol. That's what I'm hearing. So it's, you know, it's not just, you know, where you're coming from after. Like, I think that for myself, were I to get married and divorced, I'd be in a different place because Danielle Patterson is already Danielle Patterson. But if you're still in the formation stages of your life and still determining what you want to do and who you want to be, and you're already married to somebody at that point, I think the afterwards would be doubly hard because you're dealing with hurt and frustration as well as
who am I? I had to define myself. I didn't know who I was, and I thought I did before I got married, but I really didn't. And then I came out of it, and I'm like, who am I? Who am I single? Who am I as a woman? Who am I as an adult? Who am I as a businesswoman? Who am I by myself, on my own? What is my passion? What do I live for? What brings me the most joy? And
we're gonna find out more of who Carol is, and we also have some guests here today: Kevin Leitner, Alice Cole, Fran Cole, and Mr. Joel Austin. And they have been divorced, and some of them are actually married again. So we're gonna find out more about them and how they're dealing with it. Maybe they're going through the same issues as Carol. And we never even really talked about Chris and how I couldn't even remember that he was married before. So here you go. And this is something we know about our own people. But anyway, this is Single on a Saturday Night. We thank everyone who helps us put the show together. We're talking about Austin Fine Photography, DJ Romero on the radio every Tuesday at 8 o'clock with the mixtape show. We go on there every 4th Tuesday, right?
Yes,
we hold it down. We do hold it down there every 4th Tuesday. And of course, my jewels today, Alvina Designs, supporting all the designs, right there. ADDesignGroup.com, making you into a diva. I'm really happy right now. I'm happy. Flowing. And of course, I'm feeling it. Motives Makeup by Lala. You know, how you feeling today?
Well, you know, I'm always feeling fabulous because my girl at Issues, Alicia, she holds it down for me. She understands. If it doesn't sparkle, it's not Danielle. So you have to, I have to visit a Big Pink Boutique on 120 South 16th Street on a bi-weekly basis just to keep my girly thing going on.
That's right. This is how we do it. Single on a Saturday night. When we come back, we're going to hear from our guests about life after divorce. We're talking about actually creating new beginnings. We don't want to have life after divorce where it's something sad. We're going to create new beginnings with each and every one of them. We're going to find out who Carol is, the actress. She is
station, Cheat With Me. And we have Melina with some of the most delectable desserts that you could want to ruin your diet with. And I'll let her tell you some of the things that she have here on display and how good they are.
Well, today I have cookies and I have bite-sized cakes and peach cobbler and banana pudding. And everything is pretty much addictive.
Very addictive. I've had the peach cobbler, the best. And you would do yourself such a favor to come and try some of these delectable desserts. And they're available. She has a website. It's cheatwithme.com. And
Facebook. You can find me on Facebook under Cheat With Me. That's 2 E's on me. Or you can reach me by calling 267-CAKE-123.
It's another edition of Single on a Saturday Night, and I am all glammed out, if you have not noticed, by Motives by Lala. And I'm going to introduce you to, although we have the commercial out, to Miss Ginger.
Hi, how's everybody doing?
And Sophia Monroe. And tell us about Motives. You said Lala, for Lala.
Motives for Lala,
You know,
yes.
Lala, Carmela Anthony's, you know, white, you know Lala.
Motives for Lala is a mineral-based cosmetics line. She has everything from lipstick, lip glosses, blush, beautiful foundations, powders, mineral powders that are pressed to perfection. So we offer this line in different salons, spas, and also online.
Online right now.
You can go to Motives Cosmetics /Go Beauty, and that's where you can find it.
Wonderful, and you are a makeup artist, right?
I'm Sophia Monroe, freelance makeup artist located in Philadelphia, and I'm just here to support Ginger in her cosmetics venture right now. We're good. And I did Shelly Shell's makeup today. She looks beautiful. She wouldn't let me do the pin curls that I wanted to, but that's okay. We're going to work that out next time.
Yeah, next time. And they are the official makeup artists of Single on a Saturday Night. They will be here for the next show, and I appreciate you so much, Ginger.
I am glad you're having us here. We love the show. The show is wonderful. Watch it every Wednesday at 10:30.
So she's good. Motives, and you go online, Motives. Thank you so much.
That's okay, you got the naked product. Hey, my mama said it's a poor rabbit that only got one hole.
All right now. See, we also sell a product called Naked, so it's okay.
Oh, okay, wait a minute, let me smell this. So what we doing? Okay, so now are these, you said you mixed them yourself?
I do.
Okay. Well, since I'm standing over here, I'm Danielle, and I'm here with...
This is Renee McKinley from Keep Yourself Smelling Sweet.
Oh, say it again?
Keep Yourself Smelling Sweet.
Oh, and she calls it Kiss. Okay, I got that.
Yes.
Well, I don't know. I told her I was in the market for some massage oil because, you know, my men folk want to massage me. I don't know. This one's called Naked because ain't nothing like a naked massage. Wait a minute. You got one called Happy Ending?
No, we have something called Sensual Him, so.
I don't want to do nothing for him.
Oh, okay.
It's all about me.
That's all you. So we also have Juicy, we have Paradise.
Oh, let me see some juicy. I don't know how I feel about this naked. Now I'm allergic to everything, so you have to tell me what's in here.
It's all natural. We have olive oil in there. We have grapeseed oil.
I like the naked better than this one. Okay.
Well, see, you started out with that.
Okay, yeah. Well, you know, you start out naked and you stay naked. You don't put some clothes on.
Put a little bit on you.
Wait a minute, am I ready for it? No, you got to do my legs. The legs, the good part. I don't know, because the legs, the good part.
So wait, let me put up a little more there. Make sure we get it right.
Okay, I'm going to give it to you now. Give it to you. Okay, give it to you.
Here we go.
Okay, you got to put more pressure on it.
Oh, wait a minute. She want me getting deep right
Oh,
here.
yeah. This some good stuff.
See, that's good stuff. It
Wait a minute, am I going to be shiny? Because you know I like to be shiny. You know, I like them to be able to slide on me once I finish with the
And
massage.
you know what's interesting? We sell lip butter, and I saw someone use
Wait a
the
minute.
lip butter
On the leg.
on the leg. That was our product. That was lip lickers. Lip
Mostly I
butter.
just like the part where she's massaging me. Okay.
That's all you.
Oh, now wait a minute. My leg shiny, JT. You like it?
See, that's nice.
My leg look good.
That's nice.
That look good? Okay, then I might need to get some of that. Okay. Well, I'm very glad that I'm here with Keep Yourself Smelling Sweet. Oh, yes. I do. Thank you.
3, 2, 1.
Welcome back to Single on a Saturday Night every Wednesday, 10:30 p.m. on Comcast 66 and Verizon 29, and of course all over YouTube at
sing on SaturdayNightTV.com. Make sure you check us out.
Yeah, we're talking about life after divorce, but not in a sad way. We want to be happy about it because it's about new beginnings. And I want to talk to Kevin Leitner. So he wanted to come from a male perspective. And please, let's keep it brief. We don't want to be long and drawn out, but just talk to us about from a male perspective. How long has it been? How long were you married? All your details.
My name is Kevin Leitner. I've been married for 12 years, divorced for 4. And when I got into my divorce, when I got my divorce, you know, everything came into place. Like, it was a good marriage, a good 12 years. But after that, everything started to fall in place. I'm talking about job, you know, careers and all that stuff. But don't get me wrong, I mean, it was a good marriage, you know, I still love my ex-wife. And the new relationship is on and off. You know, I had a relationship for 2 months here, 2 months there. And every time I do get into a relationship, it's like marriage come about, you know, from the other side. You know, I'm not ready for it again. And I had a question for, what's his name, Chris? When your first marriage, how long did it take you to get married into your second marriage?
Actually, I was separated in 2000, got divorced in 2004, got married in 2007. So it was, you know, after the final divorce, it was 3 years. You know, it was 3 years.
Yeah, and I've been divorced before. Now, do you think I'm, like, if a new relationship come in and I'm not ready for marriage, like, I'm not really looking for it again, but it always come up.
If you're not ready for it, don't do it. You know, that's one thing a lot of people do. They jump into a relationship when they're not ready. And the only thing that happens is it makes it worse. If you're not ready, if you feel like you need to be single for a while, be single for a while. But the one thing I will say is make sure you tell the women up front, this is not what I'm ready for right now. If you're ready for it, then I'm not the one to be with right now. You know, because I want to chill and get myself together.
My question I wanted to ask you was, how was it, and I always ask people who were married or divorced this question, it's a 2-part question. How was it the first time you went out with somebody other than your wife? And if you got intimate with somebody, how was that first time?
The first time it was like, it was kind of steady. Like at my divorce, like you said earlier, divorce party. I met a girl at my divorce party. It was like that. I mean, it was, you know, the chemistry, you know, everything was together. Then, I started seeing her. But then it was like, she was going through something. So, you know, we was dating and stuff. Then, I had another girl we was dating, nothing intimate, but, just friends. And then we just got together. So with this last girl, she kept bringing up marriage, and I couldn't take it, it seemed like I was chickening out on her. She was like, oh, you're not ready, that's why your wife left. It's not about that, it's just about, how I feel inside,
I can honestly say, from that comment, she was very immature. She wasn't ready for marriage, she was ready for the wedding. Yeah. There is a difference. Right. Being ready for the wedding and being ready for marriage.
Let's talk to Mr. Alex and Fran, who actually have a great story. They're actually divorced from other folk, but they're married to each other. Tell us what the transition was like. Tell us about, I don't understand how people can be married so many years and then just break up. I don't get it. Like, I can't understand. Like, you already know what they're going to do. You already know the bad habits, the good habits. You know so many things about a person, and you've been together so many years, so why break up? You've already weathered all the storms, so why break up? Because tell us about the length of your marriage.
Hey, what's up, my urban people? It's your girl, Shelly Shell. We are at Q's Hair Boutique.
Hi everyone, my name is Janine Mitchell.
Isha. My name is Roman here.
Hi, my name is Amber.
And I'm here with the owner, Miss Susan Bolden. Not only that, she's been doing hair since as long as I can remember. How many years is that?
25.
25 years. So this is what you get when you come to Q's Hair Boutique. A lot of experience, great looks, and I love coming here. Really, like, you can really get a makeover here. You can just come in here looking like, who did it, and then come out looking like, hey, I'm ready to walk the wrong way. We're 105, 68, 9800, 5815 North Wall Street, Q's Hair Boutique. Bye. single on a Saturday night, always thinking the people who help us with the show and support us. Introduce yourself and your company.
My name is Gail Crawford, and my company is GC Enterprises.
GC Enterprises. What is that all about?
It's about a woman's boutique and event planning, so trips and shows and all the other kind of stuff.
Trips and shows and all that kind of stuff. But I see other things.
Well, yeah, it's a woman's boutique. We have bags, jewelry, scarves, hats, stuff like that.
So do they order off the line?
Yeah, they can.
What is it?
It's called GC Enterprises.
.com?
Yes,
okay, that's how it is. GCEnterprises.com.
Correct.
All right.
Okay. Hi, I'm Alexander. My wife is Francine. So glad to have her. All right, not to delineate too much on before my marriage. I was married for 18 years. I was in the relationship with my wife for 18 years. Married actually for 19. Separated for 1 year. And I was divorced for 3 months. Got married on Christmas Day after the final divorce.
Oh, wow.
Now, the 18-year marriage, like this young man here, was a good marriage. And see, many of you that haven't had lengthy marriages cannot understand how someone like us can say it was a good marriage. It was a good woman, but you grew apart. Okay, I can't say there was anything wrong with this woman that I could beat her down about, because there's not. She's a good woman. I lacked perception when I got married. I more or less did a lot of things to improve my image. And like I said before, without revealing some of the old bones, sometimes you get married for the wrong reasons. And I realized maybe 5 years into that I had done each one of us an injustice. But because of religious convictions, I stayed and stayed and stayed another 13 years. But one thing I can tell you, none of us knows God really all-inclusively. Not me, not you, not your pastor, not your bishop. But I do know this one thing about him. He is a merciful and a forgiving God. He does not marry any of us to our mistakes. Now, we get sidetracked when we know that all sins are forgivable. But you can't get divorced. That's the misnomer about 50% of Christianity. You can't get divorced. Why can I be forgiven for all my sins and all my mistakes? When I openly realize now I lack perspective, I didn't listen to him. He didn't help me choose that. And most of the things that you do wrong, you chosen to do it. But how about if you did something less than get married or other than get married, and he married you to that? So no, you're in that now. You deal with that. You stay there. You make that work. That's not the loving God I know. I don't know him to marry you to your mistakes. I don't care which one you make when you acknowledge it. So why stay and continue to cause each other harm when you're meant to be the best thing for each other, and all that's coming out of that is no good.
And so now you have a new wife, friend. She's wonderful and everything. So I want to find out from the audience. You're hearing everybody's story. How many people in here have been married? Really?
Anybody longer than 10 years?
Longer than 10 years?
Longer than 15 or 15?
Well, I still was in there, but my wife died of cancer. So I still was in there.
Well, when we come back, we're going to go to a break, and we're going to find out more about anybody in the audience. I know that, what it's like. Some people have a hard time moving on. They were blessed to move on and get together and have a nice, happy couple, but we're some single folk up here. We're still looking for a happily ever after. We ain't even got a happily once yet. What's going on here? We don't know what to do. We still looking for one. Can I get one? Can I get one? We're going to go to a break, and we're coming right back. Single on a Saturday night. Life after divorce, but creating new beginnings. That's what we're here for. All right, single on a Saturday night. It's Single on a Saturday night, and I am with the official jeweler of Shelly Single on a Saturday night, and this is Alvita Design. And introduce yourself. My name is Shelly. And this is also Alvita Design is also an opportunity to get involved. Tell us about that.
Yes, it is. Alvita Designs just released a program called Diva Style, so we have a call out to all divas everywhere. If your friends
to you for fashion sense, and everybody comes to you, wonder where you got your jewelry from, check out our website at adddesigngroup.com. That's addesignGroup.com. And it'll tell you how you can start your own jewelry business for $49.95 and you get $150 in free jewelry.
Wow, that's big. And if you love my jewelry, which I know you do, adddesigngroup.com providing for me. And she will always be here at Single on a Saturday night. Did you enjoy the show today?
Oh, I had a blast. I wanted to get up there and talk.
Oh my goodness.
Because I had an opinion.
You had an opinion? Okay.
The things you do to me, things you do, it drives me crazy, crazy. Feels like a movie. Can this be love? Say if you feel me, you sexy lady. The way you feel is new to me. Can this be love? Yeah. Oh, oh, oh. Can this be love? Yeah.